brother down with Shizzywhiznut.
An open letter to the filing that mistook conspiracy for commentary. When your defense is, I just talk a hell of a lot, and Randy hands you a syllabus. Dear, let me begin with the appropriate level of judicial solemnity. Ha, ha, ha. Congratulations, you managed to file what might be the very first judicial fan fiction in Northern Florida history. A 12B6 motion so out of touch with legal reality it should come with a warning label. Do not operate heavy machinery after reading. That sound you hear is the collective groan of procedural rules recorn in horror after being name-dropped in your motion like buzzwords in a failed startup pitch. Because what you filed wasn't a motion to dismiss, it was a motion to deflect. Duct taped to a First Amendment soapbox and hurled at the court with all the force of a toddler's tantrum during bedtime. Well, you tried to play the free speech card. Randy, well, he came back with every other card in the deck. They were shuffled, alphabetized, and indexed by legal authority. While you were out here confusing constitutional rights with consequence immunity, Shockett calmly walked in, rolled up his sleeves, and filed what I can only describe as a courtroom version of a literary beatdown. Your defense? I didn't really conspire. I just dreamed about it, talked to people involved, helped connect some dots, and then posted more about it online. My guy, that's not a denial. That's an admission with footnotes. And the Lego antecedent federal court will never recover from this moment. You suggest that being left out of Lego time with the plaintiff somehow made you less likely to conspire. Well, Randy didn't even need to debunk that on the absurdity. He did all the work itself, but still, like a pro, he cited 11th Circuit conspiracy law while your filing was out here making jealous toy metaphors. No, he was really it was really Legos. What Randy did, let's be clear, what he always does was walk you through your own mess using logic, precedent, and the tone that screamed, I went to court to win. You came to role play on Pacer. Well, he reminded the court, gently but firmly, that you can't just scream slap and expect everyone to forget the other 150 paragraphs of direct, circumstantial, and video-supported allegations. He walked the judge through the conspiracy elements with the surgical clarity and then handed you the scalpel so you could slice open your own argument. And when you fumbled the distinction between conspiracy and underlying torts, Randy didn't mock you. No, that's my job. No, he corrected you graciously like a professor watching a student cite Wikipedia in a thesis and decided to give him the actual textbook instead. He cited Odo Candies, Twombly, Terra, Dovenjaka, Carnegus, and laid it out the law so cleanly that ChatGPT blushed. Well, you cited vibes, public interest, and I was just talking, Your Honor, while Randy showed up with an 11th Circuit map, a flashlight, and a trail of facts. And I can't let this go. You complained there wasn't enough evidence to support the complaint in a motion to dismiss. Like that's like walking into a buffet and yelling, "Where's my food?" before you sit down. Well, Randy, with all the composure of a man who's tired of explaining all of the damned obvious things, reminded you that 12b6 does not mean prove everything right now. But then he did it anyway. He laid out Helm's involvement paragraph by paragraph, gave context, showed pattern, highlighted deception. He even gave the judge a clean runway to see how conspiracy works under Florida law. One co-conspirator need only know of the scheme and assist in some way, which I hate to break it to you is the legal version of "we got your texts." And let me just say, while you were citing the anti-slap statute like it was a magic wand that grants immunity from all accountability, Randy casually reminded you that 768.295 isn't a get-out-of-free lawsuit card. It's not even applicable here. He even footnoted the case law you should have read before filing your motion. In sum, you thought you were walking into a slap fight about a speech. Randy walked in with a briefcase full of receipts, a legal scalpel, soft-spoken reminder that facts still matter, and he didn't just respond. He held up your motion up to the light like a forged Rolex or fleshlight in a pawn shop and said, This is made of plastic in bad faith. You filed a motion to dismiss. He filed your eulogy. Randy, being the absolute legend he is, doesn't even need to dunk on the detail. He lets the absurdity do all the heavy lifting. He just nods and says, here are the actual legal elements, and proceeds to body that motion with calm citations like Otto Candy's Twomley Tiara. While your filing is busy trying to argue that commentary about criminal allegations on YouTube is somehow sacrosanct because someone clicked the like button. You said there was no overt act. Randy showed the overt act, the setup to the overt act, the live stream about the overt act, and the group chat planning the overt act, and the merch drop afterwards monetizing the overt act. You said there was no agreement. Randy said, cool, sorry, bro, but you met Florida conspiracy law? Because guess what? You don't need a blood pact and a secret Dakota ring. All you need is awareness of the scheme and any participation in furtherance of it, like, say, broadcasting defamatory content to a monetized audience while coordinating with others also being sued for doing the exact same fucking thing. Let's not forget, this filing wasn't performative. It was strategic, tight, clean, under 3,000 words because, of course, Randy complies with local rule 7.1 like a pro. And while your motion reads like it was co-authored by Caffeine Resentment and Google Docs, Randy reads like a federal teaching aid. Randy didn't just oppose your motion, he taught a clinic while doing it. Sincerely. That guy you said would never understand the law, sitting at home in Velcro shoes, watching Randy serve it like a Federer, aka Shizzywhiznut, founding member of the Randy fan club, briefs so sharp they should be registered weapons, and may YouTube forgive you because the court sure as hell won't. And most definitely, your daddy.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.